spaghetti and everything, and I like to risk it, try new, vendors and all that. So although sometimes I'm glued to a particular, vendor. And the other time I remember visiting one lady who sells noodles because I was hungry so bad.
Right.
I didn't know her from anywhere. She just, popped up at the hood. I'm like, let me go give it a try. So the moment she started doing the thing, I'm like, she's doing her own thing and everything. And the moment I looked at her, I was like, okay, JK, take your time and just observe everything she's doing. This one lady who believed in herself, she knew what she was up to, she knew what she was doing. Because I told her, I remember when I went, I'm like, sister, this is my first time. I said, bro, man, worry, maybe be fine. And I didn't like the process.
Right, everything was rushed or
not rushed. Sometimes you have expectations how it should go about and everything. But girl knew her source. She knew what she was going to put in there, and at the end of the day,
you were wild.
I was wild, and I'm stuck to her.
Oh, yes. Look at that.
So there's someone who knows what she's doing. Okay. Sometimes the process of starting might look very blurry. People will question you, not Jay. Tell her, what's this girl trying to do? What's this guy trying to do? What's that up to? But it makes sense, eventually. So let's just move into our motivation.
But sometimes it doesn't make sense though.
At all.
Sometimes you can't. Some food is uneatable.
You need to trust it.
It's not, you just can't eat it, But like you said, we've all had experiences where like you don't really trust that food vendor in your area until one day it is Sunday and there's no option available. Like that person is the option. You move in there and then you are wild and then you get like stuck on that person like for good. So we do understand. Yes, this is what Burna Boy did. He compared, our energy, our zeal, to that of food and recipes as well. So that is where we're taking our motivation from. So let me take details of our motivation. Now, according to Burna Boy, he's saying, believe in your source even if they don't understand the recipe. Believe in your source even if they don't understand the recipe. Authenticity wins every era. Authenticity wins every era.
And viewers, there's something powerful about this quote because it speaks directly to originality. Everyone has their own source. What special blend of personality? We have creativity in there, experiences and perspective that makes their work or their journey very unique.
But the challenge is that when something is truly original, people don't always understand it right away. Where the approach is different, the first reaction is often confusion or skepticism.
And that's exactly what makes the quote from Burna Boy very relatable. If you look at this journey, his sound didn't always fit neatly into the traditional boxes people were used to. He blended Afrobeat, he blended the dancehall, brought in hip-hop and global influences in a way that felt very new to the public.
At the beginning, not everyone understood that recipe, but he stayed confident in the identity of his music and the message he wanted to carry.
And over time, that authenticity became his strength. Today, he's performing on global stages, collaborating with international artists, and helping push African music further into the global spotlight.
That is why authenticity matters. Trends can be copied, styles can be borrowed, but originality always stands out because it carries a piece of the person behind it.
And sometimes the process behind that originality is invisible to others. People may see the result, but they don't see the years of experimenting, refining and believing in an idea before the world catches up.
So when the message says believe in your source, it is really about trusting that what you bring to the table has value even if others haven't recognized it yet.
And because history shows that many of the things we celebrate today were once misunderstood at the beginning.
And that is why the closing thoughts for today is simple. Authenticity wins every era.
So this morning we're saying stay original, keep refining your craft, and don't dilute your identity just to fit into what's already familiar.
Because when you stay true to your source long enough,
the world eventually learns to appreciate the recipe.
Beautiful.
That's a beautiful quote coming in right there, and I think it's coming in from the right person. We saw Burna Boy move into the music scene, and people were like, who's this guy? What is he up to? What is he trying to bring? What sound is in there? At a point it wasn't even fitting with the traditional setting they had in Nigeria. but time and time he kept working on himself, redefining himself, you know, trying to stay true to himself, and also staying unique. That's the right word to actually use. And today he finds himself on global stages, having collaborations with international art, having, you know, awards to himself. Let's talk about the Grammys, the BTs, and everything. He's been able to, you know, amass all these things to himself. And Mama, on the other hand, too, being a strong manager, believed in his son. And today, when we talk about global talent, when we talk about people who've taken center stage, putting, you know, traditional music out there or different style of music out there, definitely Burna Boy is going to be the name, and it's very relatable. It cuts across. We can talk about our creatives right here in Ghana. A lot of people came into the music scene. A lot of people came into the acting world. We've seen broadcast journalists. We've seen people on different fields approaching the work, and people go like, okay, what's this guy coming from? Why is he giving us this style? Who's that nice lady with that very tiny voice? Anytime I'm listening to her, I go like, okay, yeah, that's her nature, that's her style. You have no idea but to embrace it. And today she finds herself in right here. So you watching us this morning, we are telling you, stay original, be authentic, be unique. People are going to criticize you, people are going to talk down on you, the comments are going to come in, but just give a dead ear and move in your space. At the end of the day, they would have no choice than to enjoy that recipe you've been able to bring onto the table. Yeah,
beautiful. I believe that when you're able to identify the recipe that can work for your sauce, one, you are zealous, two, there's energy, three, like you are optimistic, there's this energy and vibe you start working with. That is what we want our, you know, viewers to understand this morning, and try to inculcate that kind of mentality into everything that they do. Find what works for you and stick with it. I remember back in high school days, as Wasi was approaching, people were coming up with different ideas for the studies, right? Others were cramming, others were doing other things. There was this particular lady that said, since people are always putting their feet in water, let me try that, right? So she did it. She slept like throughout the night. And then she also tried the dawn thing, where people wake up like very early in the morning, take their bath, get ready for class, and then come to
start moving,
like start studying. You come and find Elizabeth like sleeping like crazy, like it's like she's been touched by the angel, you know, like she just, it's like a tooth fairy is visiting her in her dreams. Do you understand? Until she was able to identify what worked for her, she realized that studying in the noon was good for her. For me, my recipe when it comes to studying is just make sure that whatever the teacher is, you know, impacting or teaching, you give your 100% attention, because I'm one person, I don't like taking notes that much. Unless the teacher is giving me that kind of vibe where he may set questions around these areas, then I want to take notes. But then I'm going to like dedicate my attention to you. If it is like an hour or less, it's for you. 2 hours, 3 hours, it is for you. Because once we're done, you would never see Nane-chan going back to that same like topic to study. I don't work like that. Like that is it. And whenever there's question, I always show up to do my best. So you need to find what works for you, that routine that works for you, even if it may sound like a bit bizarre and it may not really look good for people. Once you trust the process yourself, I think you are good to go. Yesterday with our motivation, we said you can be your biggest supporter. Even when the world is not cheering you on, once you believe in yourself, that is all that you need. So we need you to really understand. Find the routine, find the path, find what works for you. Even if it doesn't make sense to the world, eventually they'll catch on and they'll understand. But it's very imperative that you pay attention to your ability. Sit yourself down, have your some self-analysis, and really understand what is going to work for you. Because what worked for JK may not work for Nane-chan. We see life differently, like in different lenses. So learn what is going to work for you, and I think that would really help. That
is definitely going to really help you. So wherever you are, embrace the moment. Be you, be authentic, be unique, stay original. Definitely the world is going to embrace you. Now moving on to the other side, we have our global observance.
Right. So today's global observances may seem unrelated at first glance. A pandemic remembrance, a campaign against smoking, and a day celebrating plumbers. But if you think carefully about it, they are all actually about health, survival, and the systems you keep that keeps society functioning.
So whether it's resilience we showed during COVID-19, the fight against tobacco addiction, or the plumbing system that quietly protect our sanitation every day, today reminds us that public health is built on many invisible pillars.
We begin with our first observance, and we're talking about National COVID-19 Day. This began somewhere in 2019, but it became popular and contagious in our world in the early 2020s, right?
Yeah.
And it was, I remember those days, like the lockdown, during those quarantine moments, right? Let me tell you a quick story. It's quite funny though. So when we're on lockdown, right, we had like militaries like all over
the place,
and Kaswa is known to be a very notorious society
area.
that we do know. When you tell my Kaslan people to sleep, they want to walk. That is how it is. And they even have, like, got plenty people outside that were moving. So we had 2 military men on our stretch, right? And my brother had his friends around that time. So one of the guys was out, and then he saw the military man, and the man was like, we could see from our porch, was like, hey, what are you doing here? Like, please, I'm taking air. Also, you are taking air.
Get inside there. Get inside.
Taking air.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's inside. And I remember those days my mom had like paranoia. She was paranoid. Like she had like the buckets, you know, the soap, the tissues. Like even if you go out to just go and do something, so like wash your hands before you get in there.
I think same
like,
with my dad too.
My mom had like it was
my dad's was very terrible, because I remember the point where he actually boils hot water. I don't know, I shared this with you, and he actually, you know, pours it on our gate. The moment you get home, he tells you to take your clothes off where you are, and you're not bringing the clothes in there.
Inside.
It was that bad. I remember that he would wear the nose masks, wear the face shield, has his sanitizer, has the rubbing alcohol. It was that bad. It was that bad. But you know, it takes me back to one basketball player. I don't know if you remember Garbett. That's Ray Garbett. So he had COVID, and he had there was a press, you know, conference that happened, and he didn't believe he had COVID. And the moment he was done with the press, you know, conference, he actually touched the mic and the table and everything. So he was actually banned. It was a big conversation in the NBA world, and I don't know why people want to be reckless, you know, this whole thing. And let's even appreciate health workers at this point in time. I remember so well we had our health workers working, not forgetting our policemen and our security service, and even our journalists. I remember, you know, so well watching TV from home, you know, selected few journalists who were actually, you know, working, even on TV, seated with their colleagues. They were still with the face shield. It was a lot.
It was a lot. And I would want to like big up the outgoing government. You know, this unfortunate pandemic happened during the first year of our ex-president. And I do recall those evenings where he's going to have the nation address, like fellow Ghanaians, you know, trying to assure us and trying to let us know everything is well, and that governments are working hand in hand. Like for me, I don't know about you and others, but for me, I really loved it.
I appreciate
that meeting with the people. Like, it was beautiful.
Very beautiful.
Assuring us that yes, we are in this together. We're never alone. And COVID brought a different side to life as well. Definitely. Education, right? And the need for health. Because people really don't understand why it is so imperative to have like a very consistent hand washing, you know, like people barely wash their hands. Like I was a victim, like I barely washed my hands and everything. But then COVID brought a different side to it. And then it also made us realize that do not take your immune system for granted. Because it got to a point, no vaccination and everything. What was keeping us going was our immune system. So once you get the virus, if your white blood cells are very active, it can combat it. But then if it can, that is where you are down with the flu, and then you start showing symptoms.
It was a lot. And even back to our president, our ex, you know, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, I think he did something very significant. Anytime he was addressing the nation, I was told his clothing was actually speaking. You know, he was mostly wearing the African prints, and it had, you know, it had meanings to the whole thing. So anytime he wears it, my dad tells me this is the meaning of the cloth he's actually wearing. And talking about, you know, the monies that went in there to the COVID-19 fund. And I remember, so since I live in Collins Dauda, you know, the MP right there too, he did something amazing. Each and every time he tries, you know, cook rice and other things for, you know, the people who didn't have food, because it was very, very tough. And then it brought family bonding.
Oh yes.
Families came together we got to see ourselves each and every single time. But you know, it became, how do I call it? Was it a festive season? Because you're thinking about breakfast, you're thinking about lunch, you're thinking about dinner.
Just I think it was during the COVID that people also got the opportunity to rediscover themselves. Because I did watch an interview of Yao Tog, and he said that he made a freestyle during those days in the room, and then it went viral, and then that like actually began his music career for him. But then Jay, let's talk about stigmatization. I went through that. I do recall my last days in high school, and I was really sick, right? And then the CHIPS compound could not really take care of me. They had to take me to Swedru Government Hospital. I do remember so well. And then it was my stomach, but then I was tired, my body was hot. For some funny reasons, my nostrils were blocked. And so it was like I was actually given COVID symptoms, you know. The doctor did not want to get close to me. I won't lie to you. I laid on the bed for like hours. The doctor wouldn't get close to me. I was injected with tramadol just to put me to sleep, because they wouldn't want to get close. And I'm getting COVID. But then after everything, it wasn't even about flu or cold or anything. That also destroyed lives.
It really did. It was very sad. I know, you know, the health workers were doing everything in their much part to ensure that people are very okay, very stable and all that, but they wanted to protect themselves as well, which was very fair. And you know, I think after COVID, a year or two now, it became something normal. People were having COVID, but you know, it came as flu, feeling feverish, feeling tired, so we're not giving attention, and still it's still in there.
Every year, a friend of mine, she posts a video of us together, because she spoke to me one day. She's giving like symptoms of COVID, so she wants me to escort her to the West Hills Mall to get a test done, and she thought I was going to say no because of COVID and stuff like everything. So it's not like basically like flu or something. I went in there, did the test, and everything was good, and she's always appreciating me for that, because Obi and Konko, it's COVID we're talking about, but now it's like a normal flu, like maybe like but now it's okay. I don't think it's really popular like
I said no. But there's still some cases in there. You need to take good care of yourself, you know, washing your hands under running water with soap, using your sanitizer, getting your rubbing alcohol, your nose mask. And I think my mom is one person, the moment the next person is coughing, you know, given some funny sounds and everything, she wears a nose mask, and
just to be on the
safer side. And even before COVID, she has that thing in her. And sometimes myself and my dad and siblings will be complaining, Ma, you're being too, you know, you're going to make the other person feel very bad. She knows her immune system. The moment she gets flu, it's terrible. So she doesn't want to go there.
That's good. It's the whole thing. Tell me what COVID taught you.
COVID. Hygiene.
Yeah,
hygiene like is a very much, you know, important to me. I spoke of hygiene and also bonding. Yeah, because it was one of the greatest thing ever. My mom wakes up, a Mokola woman, by 4 I don't get to see her, and the moment she comes back from work, for us to have a conversation, I'm tired, I'm sleeping, she has to sleep and go and come in. So I think bonding, getting to see my parents each and every time, having conversations, encouraging ourselves. But hygiene, I think, was on top for me on my list. I don't know about you.
I think hygiene works for me too, because like I mentioned earlier, we took hand washing very serious, you know. So hygiene for me, and it also made me appreciate life more, because this pandemic claimed lives of people that can buy like whatever they need to rescue their system in a twinkle of an eye. But then it claimed lives of those people, the affluence in society, the rich people were gone, and then like
people die.
We survived, you know. So it made me appreciate life more. That see, life, whenever you wake up, right, I feel like you are gambling, because it's either you die,
you lose,
or you return home safely. I feel like every morning we wake up, that's how life is. The possibility of you not returning home is very high. So it made me appreciate life more, and also the hygiene, which is still with us still now. So yeah.
And I think the sad part of this whole COVID conversation has to do with, you know, people who lost their life. We saw some ministers passing, we saw great people, but you know, they were not able to give them that befitting burial just because of the condition they find themselves in. So the moment we're told someone is down with COVID, they need to bury them.
It was even mass burial.
It was sad.
In Italy, it was brutal.
It was sad. It was very,
how they were dumping the bodies was so sad. But on a lighter note, you know, Trump kept blaming China for this. He called it a China pandemic.
I know. Well, I
Chinese
think
pandemic.
at that point in time too, we had some bitterness and hate anytime we see these Chinese men, because we thought they are the ones. And yes,
it is so fault. And I was even told it was a test. Like, it was very intentional. You know, but we don't have proof to actually prove that. But we're grateful for life still, that we still have our family in one piece. It wasn't easy, you know. 2019, 2020, 21, like, life was on hold. It was like it came to a standstill. Nothing was moving for all of us, but then God kept us. Allah was there for us, and we appreciate that so much. So let's get talky and learn more about COVID-19, why today matters so much. So we begin with the National COVID-19 Day, observed every March 11. This date is significant because it was on March 11, 2020 that the World Health Organization officially declared COVID-19 a global pandemic.
And the purpose of the day is deeply reflective. It's a moment to pause, remember, reflect, and come together as a community, honoring those who lost their lives while also celebrating the resilience of those who survived.
The observance itself began quite recently. The first National COVID-19 Day was held in 2021, although the idea already had been proposed in 2020 by Jamie Aten of the Humanitarian Disaster Institute.
The Humanitarian Disaster Institute worked together with organizations like World Vision and VOMO to establish the observance and coordinate activities globally.
This day is described as bittersweet because while it remembers the tragic losses caused by the pandemic, it also celebrates the compassion of volunteers, healthcare workers, and service providers who supported people through the COVID-19 crisis.
And if you look at the science behind coronaviruses, the story goes back surprisingly far. Scientists estimate that the common ancestor of coronavirus existed around 10,000 years ago, evolving alongside bats and bird species over 10 of millions of years.
The first human coronavirus was identified in 1965 in the United Kingdom at the Common Cold Research Unit in Wiltshire.
The virus, known as B814, was discovered in a child suffering from a cold and was found to affect the respiratory tract.
Then in 1996, researchers at the University of Chicago made a similar discovery.
And by 1968, scientists had identified several strains and formally named the group coronaviruses in a letter published in Nature magazine.
Fast forward to the early 2000s, the SARS outbreak in southern China in 2002 was discovered to be another strain of coronavirus.
Over the following decade, more novel strains were discovered, particularly among patients suffering from pneumonia, leading to further research into the virus family.
Then in 2020, the world encountered SARS-CoV-2, the virus discovered in Wuhan, China, which triggered the COVID-19 pandemic.
And the impact was enormous. Globally, more than 6.2 million lives were lost to the pandemic.
The United States recorded over 80 million cases, making it one of the hardest hit countries.
And COVID-19 was also the first global pandemic since the 2009 swine flu outbreak, which mainly affected children and adolescents.
The pandemic also reshaped economies. According to the World Bank, around 163 million people were pushed into poverty by 2021 because of its effects.
Education took a serious hit as well. More than 90% of the world's student population experienced disruptions, particularly in developing countries where internet access was limited.
And socially, the world changed overnight. Masks, sanitizers, and social distancing became as essential as our keys, phones, and wallets when stepping out of the house.
And even here in Ghana, we all remember those lockdown days, empty roads, closed schools, and everyone suddenly becoming expert in hand washing techniques.
Today, people observe National COVID-19 Day in several ways. Many join virtual remembrance events, which sometimes include speeches and even concerts to honor those lost.
The day also provides resources for emotional coping, grief, and stress through online platforms where people share experiences and support one another.
There is also a symbolic ceremony known as the lighting ceremony.
So cities around the world illuminate landmarks in red and white lights, the official colors of the day, to show unity.
And the official hashtag used globally is hashtag not alone, reminding everyone that the pandemic may have isolated us physically, but we were never truly alone. Liverpool.
We never walk alone. So ultimately, the observance matters because COVID-19 changed life as we knew it, affecting physical, emotional, and social health worldwide.
But it also reminded us of something powerful, that strangers can help strangers, communities can unite, and the world can face a crisis together.
Great.
COVID-19
COVID-19 for you.
Yeah. Coronavirus, it brought new keywords out. For some of us, it was a first time hearing quarantine, and people struggling to mention sanitizer. Even me, I witnessed when he was like fertilizer. I'm not lying. I was still out of fertilizer, and he'd be like, I'm not lying. Like, it happened. It happened. So it made us learn a lot, you know, how to wash our hands and everything. So it was something that claimed lives, but also made the world learn in a very bitter way that we need to take hygiene very serious.
And you know, it's generally part of life, you know. Sometimes before something happens, for you to actually learn, there's something chaotic has to happen before you know, you come to that self-realization. So again, today we're celebrating, and we are actually raising awareness, and we're saying may the lives of these people who lost their life during COVID, that's almost 6.2 million people, I was saying may their lives you know, continue to rest in perfect peace. And to our health workers, to our political leaders, and people who ensured that we were, you know, on the right track with safety, we're saying kudos going out to you. You indeed fought a good fight, and today we find ourselves out of that situation. Great. And now, from a global health crisis to another major public health challenge, that is tobacco addiction.
So take the microphone, like JK mentioned yesterday, and explain to us why you can't stop smoking. Let it make sense to us why you see this. You know what baffles my mind? The fact that on the box of the cigarette, we have like images telling you how your liver, your heart is gonna be like in years to come. But it's the audacity for me
to continue.
It's that I don't care for me. It's that I still want to smoke for me.
You know, something happened. So I had an outing, you know, with one friend, and we were seated, and there was a guy seated next to us, and he was smoking. So this is a nice guy, gentleman, you know, after had his work in the office and everything, coming just to, you know, clear the head. And he goes like, can I have a cigarette? Right. And so when he took the cigarette, he started smoking, and I just wanted to look at the thing carefully, the box, and it has kidney in there, you know, your lungs and everything, heart and everything, telling you the harm that is going to cause to your body, and this man is still taking it. So I wonder, what is the problem? Is it addiction? Is it depression? Is it a social pressure?
Is it I don't care about life? Like, do you get the whole thing? I've got nothing to lose or whatever. Like,
and it's sad. It's sad to see all these things happening. But I just hope we're going to take good care of ourselves.
Right. So today is also National No Smoking Day, observed every second Wednesday of March, which falls on March 11 this year. Now the goal is simple but important: encourage smokers to quit and support loved ones battling nicotine addiction. Interestingly, the campaign started in Ireland in 1984, originally observed on Ash Wednesday, when church leaders suggested cigarettes would be a good thing for people to give up during Lent.
Eventually, the date was moved to the second Wednesday of March, so it could be celebrated more consistently every year.
Now, concerns about smoking go back nearly a century. Medical reports linking smoking to cancer began appearing in the 1920s.
Then during the 1950s and the 1960s, scientific research clearly confirmed that tobacco could cause numerous serious diseases.
As knowledge grew about the dangers of both active smoking and second-hand smoke, smoking gradually became less popular.
Today, the campaign is organized by the British Heart Foundation, which releases a new slogan every year.
One notable campaign in 2010 used the slogan "Break Free," with television adverts showing smokers snapping cigarettes instead of lighting them.
Ireland, once known for having many heavy smokers, has also seen progress. According to the Health Ireland survey, around 80,000 people quit smoking, within 3 years.
But tobacco still remains a serious threat. The World Health Organization estimates tobacco kills up to half of its users, leading to over 8 million deaths every year.
And more than 7 million deaths comes from direct tobacco use, while about 1.2 million deaths result from a second-hand smoke exposure.
Okay, we the passive smokers, so
yeah.
just because we find ourselves in that environment, we are also exposed to danger. But thankfully, public awareness, warning labels, age restrictions, and smoke-free policies have helped reduce smoking rates globally.
And the day encourages several actions. First and most obvious, that is quit smoking.
There are many support resources available, including helplines like 800 Quit Now, designed to help smokers through the difficult process of quitting.
Another way to observe the day is to support a friend or family member trying to quit.
That support could be anything from leaving helpful information around the house to offering encouragement or even nagging a little if necessary.
People are also encouraged to shop at stores that do not sell tobacco products, which reduce temptation.
Quitting smoking has enormous health benefits: improved heart rate, better lungs, clearer skin, stronger sense of smell, and overall longer life.
And it also protects non-smokers. According to CDC, secondhand smoke causes around 41,000 deaths every year among adults in the United States alone.
Which is why every smoker who quits helps clear the air for everyone else. Yes, it helps us reduce air pollution. We're begging you. Yes. And the sad part of this particular narration or narrative is that passive smokers are also at risk of getting these, tobacco related diseases. So this morning it is a day for us to call and to also support our people in the society, especially people that are showing signs that they really want to quit smoking, but it's so difficult. We are here to throw more support. We're here to tell them that we see you, we love you, you do belong to our community, and we are going to help you overcome this. So today we're saying that quit smoking. Just quit smoking. And I have this personal mantra in life that if you can prevent it, why find yourself in that situation, or in the name of their cures and remedies available? Just be safe wherever that you find yourself. Not smoking doesn't mean you don't have swag or you don't have it means you just want to protect yourself. So please, let's quit smoking. Mommy will buy the matches, right? And then within a twinkle of an eye, Kwame has come for it and it's gone. And she's always buying it. You keep taking it. And then the lighters and everything. Please, let's stop. And even with the age restrictions, it is not working. Because now, young people buy cigarettes and these, shop vendors, they don't even care. All they know is, I'm just giving it to you. We need to check all of these things. Smoking is it is a no-brainer for me. It is a pet peeve. Once I start getting to know you and you smoke, I don't want to even get to know you again.
Yeah, I remember. I've been sent to buy some before though. I remember is it London Brown 55?
Is it one of the white and blue box?
Yeah, they have 55 and what else? There are a couple of them.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Did you ever roll paper?
Never. Oh no, it's not paper. It was actually was it a cane?
Cane.
Cane, that way the way they used to beat us back in school. So I had a friend called Ernest. Oh my god.
What did you and Ernest do?
So Ernest would come there, he would break the cane, and he said he was the masters of the something like that. Then he would light the the other end, then he would put it, then he pulls things do you want to try?
Did you ever try?
I did.
I think I recall me and my cousin growing up. I think we tried if my mother is watching, I'm sorry, but we were just being kids.
About time then you share. Which share is it?
I don't know about about
okay. Which share?
I feel like I've been through stages in life.
Yeah.
I went through a stage where I wanted to be like a tomboy, right? So I was just interested in so my brothers they have those shorts and everything. I was constantly stealing them. And then it gets to a point. Nah, I just want to do joggers and crops. Days too, I want to feel elegant and classy. I want to do all heels and I've been through process. I've been through a lot. But then back to conversation. I think we tried the paper one where we roll. I think it was a sheet of paper, right? And then you have it rolled, and then we're learning, right? It's something we go through. It's called puberty and adolescence. But if you're watching, don't do that. Don't do that. Others started like that, and now they are nowhere to be found. Just be on the safer side. It can even cause madness.
Oh yeah.
We learned that in school way back in RME and social studies class. Like, it's a lot. Just don't put yourself in that situation. And if you know a friend that is into that, you try to.
It's just unfortunately it's been modernized with the shisha and things there. So
that is even dangerous. And I'm here. There's one called vape, and there's one called flavor. Like
there's a balloon. When you go to the clubs, I think the ladies actually sell out there. You know, they've been the whole thing. But I'm happy I've never tried shisha. Like I have never. It's not something that's moved me to.
That you want to, right?
Nah, not
and
at
I'm told there's a one. I think that's the vape. It's for the pocket, so it can even be in your pocket, and they just take it on it.
Shout out Kabute Sakode. Alright.
and I'm told people sniff glue.
Glue, yeah, just to get high and things like that.
We are a weird generation. Glue. Yeah. Sometimes when I even applying glue to like your shoe, like, and then it gets to you, like your eyes are so teary.
Like they want to be there.
Where? Yeah. And you start hallucinating.
Yes, I remember a friend, you know, being on the peak, and he goes like, we should take him to the rooftop. He smiles now, talking about politics, and I'm like, bro, what is happening?
Like he was educating you.
Yeah, I remember one with some words he goes like, Jay, do you know that Kufuor is a white man, but he's refused? I'm like, bro, I just went to die. So see, protect yourself from all these things. Some people know their level when it comes to smoking and things like that. They're able to control themselves, but we're not telling you to smoke. Control yourself. Just do away from it, because the kidney failure, the lungs weaken, the heart, it causes a lot. You wouldn't see now, but in the future it's really going to affect you. So today we are having conversations just to raise awareness when it comes to tobacco addiction. Right.
And then the sad part is, whenever you see someone with dark lips, you start
some people perceive the smoke. Yeah.
You start saying, I could because it's because of you people. It's something that happens when you smoke for a long period of time.
It happens in the
Others argue that, I go to the hospital for checkups and everything, but one day it will get you down.
Yeah, it affects your skin. You look pale and dry. You know, when you see people who smoke, you see how they actually look and all that. Yeah. So let's just prevent or stay away from all these things.
Right.
Okay, so now for our final observation today, celebrate something we rarely think about until it stops working.
World Plumbing Day. Today is World Plumbing Day, observed every March 11 to highlight the crucial role plumbing plays in public health and sanitation.
Because if you really think about it, plumbing is one of the greatest unsung heroes of modern civilization.
Without proper plumbing systems, waste would remain in cities, creating unbearable conditions and spreading deadly diseases.
That's why World Plumbing Day has been observed since 2010. Thanks to the World Plumbing Council, which created the observance to highlight the connection between plumbing, health, environmental sustainability, and economic prosperity.
Even the World Bank recognizes plumbing as one of the most cost-effective public health solutions.
In fact, it is said that Albert Einstein once joked that if he could live life again, he would become a plumber.
And when cities are being designed, plumbing systems are actually planned before the architectural designs of buildings.
Because the future of any town depends greatly on how well its sanitation and water systems are designed.
Another important issue is training. The World Plumbing Council encourages more skilled workers to enter the plumbing profession.
So poor plumbing can have serious consequences. Every year, about 1,000 children under the age of 5 die from waterborne diarrheal disease caused by open defecation near waterways.
That is why awareness events, lectures, tournaments, and festivals are organized globally on March 11.
And here are some fascinating facts about plumbing.
For instance, the word plumbing comes from the Latin word plumbum.
Okay, so flashing the toilet accounts for 38% of water use in the average US household.
That reminds me, there's this family on TikTok. What's funny?
Okay, so I just got a notice on my phone. Sorry for the distraction.
What's happening?
You know, talking about the smoking thing, and you sharing a story. So the person literally texted and goes like, I believe a child smoked before.
Oh my
I'm like, what for this? Why would you say that? What do you see, Charles? What do you see?
Charles is your friend?
Yes, and he's a medical doctor too.
Charles, I'm disappointed.
Why would you say such a thing?
Such a sweet soul like me. I was just going through puberty and I don't listen. So how, Charles, you have done before? Charles, you've skipped classes. Charles, you barely did assignment. Charles, you did all. It's experimentation.
Experimentation. Oh my
God. How would I share this story?
Man, I didn't see this coming. Okay.
But be honest with me, do you think
But then let me tell you something.
Right.
Before we even continue with the plumbing thing, sorry for the distraction, our viewers. I've seen, high class ladies. I've seen corporate women. I've seen a close lady actually babysitted her, son before, smoke. Clearing her head and everything. She's a corporate, like a big corporate goon. And when we are in the car going and everything, she brings us cigarettes out, and in our minds we think it's the junkie, the guys on the street who are doing that. But trust you me, our politicians, our men of God.
Is this my consolation prize? Because Charles got me.
Oh no! I'm saying no disrespect. It was just a funny comment that was. But I'm just trying to wrap my head around.
You want
what
me
did
to
you
feel
see?
that is normal that people's like. It's
People
okay.
do. People
Yes.
do a lot, so much. The people who are in the tie doing the 95, how do you call it, the 95 and everything, they're smoking so bad. You move into the clubs, you move into the eateries on Friday nights, and you're seeing corporate men, corporate women actually, blowing the air all over the place. So, Charles, I beg you, my baby here, she's safe. She doesn't do that.
I was going through puberty, so
hey,
and adolescence.
You.
And so okay. Now, ancient Egyptians reportedly called the bathroom the house of horror. And during Super Bowl halftime, toilets are reportedly flushed more than at any other time. Interesting.
And so the Tremont Hotel in Boston, built by Isaiah Roger, was the first hotel in the United States to have indoor plumbing featuring 8 water closets. People observed the day by learning more about plumbing, educating young people about sanitation, and thanking plumbers who keep communities clean.
Because the truth is simple. Without plumbers, cities simply would not function.
So today's observances reminds us of 3 important truths.
The resilience of humanity during crises like COVID-19.
The importance of protecting our health by quitting harmful habits like smoking.
And the everyday systems like plumbing that quietly protect our health and sanitation.
So sometimes the most important things in life are the ones we barely notice.
Until they stop working, Jay.
And that's today's Global Observance on Sunup. Wow, interesting conversations that we are having today. I like the whole conversation. I didn't see that comments coming in at all. So we're doing a live streaming on our YouTube channel as well. If you're wondering where you can do the streaming, I know people are watching out of home. You can carry us along wherever you're going. You can go straight to the App Store and download the Shobiz TV app and enjoy great content. And also our socials on Facebook, we do our live streaming. On our YouTube channel that's now very active. So make sure you share the link, you like, you comment, and let us know what you think about every single conversation that we're having. We're excited. People are actually following and getting themselves educated, and being abreast with information is the most important thing now in our time, because the white man is definitely going to hide everything behind the socials. He's going to hide everything in a book. So if you're not reading, if you're not researching, you're actually missing out.
So I think that we all for our motivation. I need a minute. I need a minute. I need a minute to
relax.
Process my thoughts, to gather, like the words are scrambled in my head right now, because this is so funny. What is that is so funny. But anyways, back to conversation. So away from observances and also our motivation, I think what is really making the buzz right now is just like the Champions League, because it's getting people talk.
Intense,
and I just want to talk about Tottenham Hotspur at this point. Now we know that Kudus made a wrong move.
Oh, to the team, right?
Kudus made a wrong move, because it's giving me from frying pan to fire, because you left West Ham because West Ham is not doing so well. They are likely to be relegated this season, and then options that come. We had conversations about Chelsea, about Tottenham Hotspur, and because of enough playing time, and because of that time, you had Tottenham had gained qualification for Champions League. You thought it was a very good option, which most of us were happy about, right? Because we believe that at Chelsea you would barely get playing time, and we needed Kudus to really shine on the pitch. So he went to Tottenham Hotspur. But this season, like they just breed mediocrity wherever that you go. Like they've lost for like 6 times in a row. Is that bad? And yesterday in 60 minutes, yeah, show me 3.
Yeah. See, Nana, I don't know where to start with this whole Kudus conversation, right? It looks like his name is sinking at this point in time. He was
they are likely to be relegated with their current position if they don't do so well. Tottenham Hotspur.
It's very sad because he's one of the people I wanted to keep in conversation, but it's not happening for me. When he did the move, I was excited. I'm like, okay, man is going to get the chance to actually shine and get to let the world get to know when we talk about Kudus, because he got the name for himself, he got all the attention. And likewise, our very own Antoine Semenyo, that was the kind of tag I wanted for these Ghanaians. But unfortunately, and I've never spoken about him for a while now, it's just because of all the things that is happening in there. I don't know the next move, I don't know what is going to happen with his career, but inshallah, I know we are praying that things are done right. Maybe something can actually be done about it. It's very very sad for me.
You know how Semenyo is excelling, that is making Ghanaians so happy. Tonight, right, he's likely to play for City against Real Madrid. And I know that besides the hardcore Madrid fans, the whole nation is going to back City because of Semenyo.
And there is a win for Man City.
Same way as a win for PSG against Chelsea.
No, never. Okay. It's never going to happen.
So like, I was happy, but I'm so sad that Kudus once again is in a situation where the club is not going to help him shine. Tottenham Hotspur this season.
And how many years signed?
I think it's 5. I think 4. Boy. I need to check it right. But this season they've had like 3 managers already, from Ange Postecoglou to Thomas Frank. Now we have Ego Chida, who moved from Juventus to Tottenham Hotspur, and I'm very sad. Like, I'm so sad. Like, can we have someone coming in for him already? Because I was a bit skeptical about Semenyo moving to City, because I felt like City already, they'd be able to establish a striker for them, but then Liverpool on the other hand, like, they're still like finding difficulties. So I was thinking that Liverpool will do the job for Semenyo, but it's proving us wrong. And I'm so excited about it. But with Kudus and the club is signed to, I think it was a
wrong move.
It was a wrong move, like with their upcoming performances.
5 years. He's still young, he still can do something in there. Let's just wish for the best, with the team he finds himself in. But let's come down here to Ghana and talk about our very own MP from Ketu, having this IU conversation, saying that he's been loyal, he has the chance, he can move in there, make the Black Stars work. Now, so you get the whole thing, or you get the whole point when I tell you that there's an agenda set for the IU brothers. These are the whole thing.
Now when you say it,
it's clear. It's clear. I saw this earlier, and people complain JK doesn't like the IU brothers. I don't hate the IU brothers, but I don't like it when people want to set agenda. People pretend, act all sneaky just because they want to get something done, so they start making conversation about it for you to, they are rubbing the thing in our face for us to accept it.
So you prep your mind, because it started with John Pinto saying that we should expect surprises from the squad, and then it looks like now IU is almost in every conversation, from Minister of Sports to Ignacio. Like, people are just talking about did IU. And then just yesterday we had the MP for Ketu North also saying that we should add the IU to the squad because of dedication, hard work. Like, is that a criteria now? Come on.
They should change the scripts. Like, this is not getting interesting at all. It's not getting interesting. See, Nana, I'm not saying IU is a terrible player. We've seen him done amazing. We saw him join the Black Stars very young, shining bright, giving us some victories, which is fair enough. But now, I've always been talking about the style, the new energy, the new era we find ourselves in. Let people shine, let people be, let people play, the people who deserve to play, let's give them the chance. See, you see the reason why I say that? I hate it when our sporting world is being politicized. These are some of the things. And I don't want to mention the man's name. That is their father. He's behind all this thing. I tell you that, Charlie, this man, he get the list for him there. He know that people will go feature for the World Cup. He knows from A to Z. That is why they are doing everything in their possible best to squeeze the sun in there. And now look at the people. See, in Ghana, if you want people to start talking about you, start polluting the big people out there. And that is what is happening. Now, Minister, you get to wait and I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say, but stop. Why
are you in that
conversation? Why are you talking about it?
Why are you talking about
it?
Jay, I still believe that Dede is eligible.
He is.
He may not really play the full 90 minutes, but he is. But I don't want us to call Dede
they want him to be the center. They want him taking the center stage. He should be the attention for the Black Stars. It's an agenda set. They are trying to dim the light of the other people. They are making. I started having a conversation. I think he had one interview with these international bodies, and he was having conversation about the. And from there, I knew something was.
It was like he's still not.
I said, "What could that? He's going to play World Cup now. I think there was sorry per se. I say, you and I don't want to sound bitter. I don't want to sound like any form of hatred. But let's do the right thing. Nana, they're eligible players. They are guys who are so good that we need to give attention to. I remember the World Cup with the Asamoahs and all that. I think that was a process where we actually discovered the ADS and the those Incombs, and these guys were amazing grassroots players, and they made the Black Stars very proud.
Okay.
But see, I say me this agenda. I'm not really.
So to cut everything short, you don't want Ayu. You don't want Dede Ayu.
He can join, but he shouldn't be the center of conversation. He shouldn't be the center. He shouldn't be the face of the Black Stars. That is what they want to do now. They know what Antoine Semenyo is capable of doing. They know what the Kudus are capable of doing. We can talk about the Black Stars play, but they want this guy to come in there, make other people feel intimidated. That's how I see the whole conversation. Right? I hope I get featured on Beyond 90 today and talk my mind and told them that we don't need the
but Beyond 90 day, I saw a shit. We are hosting a revival session this afternoon.
For Real Madrid.
Yes,
I mean, come
we
on.
don't have time because Semenyo is traveling with the team. So
that's why you are wearing puff today. You want God to come. Your MP who is a mass servant, he's married. I don't know if you've seen this on social media.
He's
an MP. He's the MPP man, the fair man in Parliament. What's his name?
Oh.
Who got married to this TikTok lady, and I'm told the lady is a medical doctor as well.
Oh, okay.
It's trending.
The only fair MP man is Jerry, but I don't know if Jerry's already married. No, Jerry's married already.
He's married recently. But actually, if you're going to help me with the man's name, the lady is very loud on TikTok. She's a medical doctor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the man is a mass servant in church. Someone did actually, this CapCut thing where they saw him party, and the following morning he was in church.
Oh, the mass servant is now married.
He's married. He's doing. He was. They have a way they've been. Sprinkle the incense, in church and everything, and with him with his robe, they actually tie something on their waist.
Like he's chilling.
They have the robe. His is on his back. The way guys we saga, and I'm like, we on your mass servants.
I did encounter a wannabe priest sometime ago.
A wannabe. That's me.
No, because if your goal is divine to pursue that divine cause, I don't see the reason why you want to take a girl's number. So we got into conversation, and I'm like, okay, so why do you want my number and everything? I'm not supposed to be a Roman father. I don't want to be the reason why you don't achieve your goal. Do you know what he told me? He said, my dear, I'm in a school, and every semester we renew our oath. They ask you, do you still want to continue or not?
With a priest thing, you have to renew the people
he's
die.
trying to tell me that he's not a priest yet.
Yeah.
So if he wants to quit, he can quit. That's what he was trying to tell me. That yes, they renew their vows every semester. So baby girl, you're in good hands. I'm like, no, I don't want to be. A chance, you want your Roman father.
Hey.
Papa.
It's good that they renew. They tell them, hey, some of them will stop. I know.
Can you be Roman father?
Me? Oh no, why? Why should I be Roman father? We are seeing the way the world is.
They can also. I know fathers that are educated, like they go to school and everything. So why can't
I won't do.
Why?
Nothing. I won't do. It's not my calling. God does it to. If it was my calling, like my parents to discover at the early age that hey, this boy, he has a special calling. It's enough.
You can't.
The shaggy we've seen in life will not do. No, my father, I can't.
Okay.
Oh no, but wait. Oh well. It won't be shocked you see me, Reverend Emeritus Katkis James.
And the name too is so perfect. I mean, a disciple of
Father
Jesus
James,
Christ.
Reverend
James. Reverend James.
And where the parish I would want to serve is the one, the one in is it Rage or Accra, the big one where mostly yes, that is where I want to serve. I want the.
You get to choose.
Oh no! In case like they are doing something.
You don't want the Vatican City. You don't want Rome.
No. I want that parish. Yeah, then maybe later, you know, when you go to Paris and France too, they are the Catholic and
especially in Italy.
Mexico and Italy and everything. Yeah, so if they can actually transfer me there to do a year or two, you know, I want where the political leaders, like the great men of God and, you know, big people come and everything. It won't be bad at all.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But it is match day. I think we're going to get into sports very soon. But let me know your predictions. PSG versus Chelsea.
It's a win for Chelsea. That's all I can say. Hold on, girl. Relax. It's a win for Chelsea.
Okay. It's a win for Chelsea. It's a win for Chelsea.
Yes.
What have you seen?
I said it's a win for Chelsea. Why are you asking what of them?
Okay.
Real
Madrid and Manchester City.
The Lord be with you.
It gets to my time and then it's the Lord be with me.
Yes.
But it gets to Chelsea and you can see clearly.
So, you know, when I tell so without the backing of God, it's like it's this song, fight a good fight with all that, fight to the stranger. I forgot that hymn and everything.
I told him I wouldn't sign him again, so every single day he's trying to give me reasons why I'm going to miss out on something good. But
fight a good fight.
Fight's a good fight, right?
You
Today is
Today
is
because more star players in Kwashi. But God is with you.
God is good.
Yeah, God is good.
God is good.
At this point, see the way God is on your lips.
There is this popular commentary. I've forgotten the season where it was Real Madrid and City again.
Okay.
It was Carlo Ancelotti and Pep Guardiola.
Yeah.
And then the time was 6 minutes. 6 minutes of added time. And then the aggregate was 5-4 against Real Madrid. And then the commentator said, this is Real Madrid. They are a miracle club.
Okay.
Crazy things happen here. These were his words. 5-4 on aggregate. And then he said Mendy down to Rodrigo, Eder Militao, Carvajal, Rodrigo. That was a goal. Just at the 11th hour, Real Madrid equalized.
At this point, you are manifesting.
And you could see Guardiola's face. I was like, no, Guardiola's afraid of Real Madrid. To be fair, though, like he's very afraid of us, but. We need this win so bad because we know what happened with Vinicius Jr. and Rodri when City stole the Ballon d'Or for Vinicius Jr. and 2 years ago it was
the
very
word
bad.
stole, okay.
But then the stadium, the Bernabeu is sold out. You know, UEFA loves this this fixture, Real Madrid and Man City, because people pull up.
So they will definitely come and watch. They'll come and watch. The Lord be with you guys. Yeah. Yeah.
So I think that will be all. Yes, for our first segment, we did our observances and also motivation. We got a bit chatty as well. But let's go for a quick turn. When we come back, we discuss the latest